We're live. Go
Cool.
ahead.
That's awesome. Well, I'm in St. Augustine at Jackie Knight's tomorrow night. So 7:30. People can either come vote for me if they want to hear really fucked up jokes. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Um, I've never done this, so it'll be a fun time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, St. Augustine was cool, man. So we had a good time up there last Wednesday. So good group of people.
Hell yeah, dude. How did you get on board on that show?
With you?
Oh, both.
Oh, you asked me to come up do 5 originally, and it became 10.
Sweet.
And so we rolled with 10. It was fun. And then so that was cool. It's my first paid gig, and it's like my first 10 for like any group. So that was kind of cool. And then tomorrow, I guess, is 8 to 10 with Jackie Knights through Michelle. I think it's Keith, Michelle Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the 10 with them and see who likes it. Hopefully people do. You know, so that'd be cool.
Heck yeah. Speaking of St. Augustine, this is for you.
Oh yeah, cool. Hell yeah.
Yep. Your
Poster
post.
from our first show. Get it in there where the camera can actually see it.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Somewhere.
Well, the camera. Okay, there.
That camera. Yeah.
Oh, push record on that one too. We'll get the middle button.
Oh yeah.
Is behind it. Sweet.
There we go. All right.
Yep.
So yeah. So this was cool. It was definitely neat. And then did Harry Buffalo's the night. Preacher showed up. He killed. Went last. Gave everybody a show. We had a group of people in from a funeral, and then not everybody heard they were in for a funeral, so they made a bunch of funeral jokes because they all looked kind of sad. Fortunately, I guess I started out asking if they were cool with that. So they were cool with like talking about dead people jokes like right out of the gate. It was fun. They were good people. Harry Buffalo's a good time. They got a weird seesaw. So, but yeah. So I mean, I've only been doing this like this is my 7th week. So like it's pretty cool to be on 2 shows already. And like I did a showcase at Madcaps Thursday. I bombed, but there were some great comics there. It's a great room, really full. So that was cool.
We performed together at Madcaps. That was fun.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, you did well. I did not. I know that sucked for me. I mean, like, but for yours, it was great. You killed it.
Thanks, dude. Well, you did well on Tuesday before or Wednesday before that. Too.
Yeah.
Stayed on.
Wednesday went well, so I'll give it a 50-50 on shows for the week. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's got to be 100% this week. I only got one unless somebody wants to book me later this week. So, and I don't have many days, I guess, because I got the improv all weekend.
Oh, who's gonna be at the improv?
I honestly don't even know who we have this weekend.
Oh, we'll have to look it up.
Yeah, who we got? Let's see here. So yeah, but no, like we got it's Tommy Davidson, and it looks like we got him Saturday. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday now. It's looking like. Let's check that and make sure.
Yep.
No, so Friday we got Tommy Davidson, and then we got John Polar Bear at 4, and then Tommy Davidson late again, and then I guess Patrick Garrity on Sunday. So that'll be an interesting show. He's here for one day. And then next week it looks like Genesis, who's a local comic, will be headlining on Wednesday, which is dope. So and we got Josh Book, so I guess we'll see if that goes well.
Fantastic. Our previous guest Max from Madcaps was here, and he talked about seeing Jim Carrey on. Well, I talked about seeing Jim Carrey on The Living Color, and Tommy Davidson was on The Living Color, and we also talked about Ace Ventura, and Tommy Davidson was on Ace Ventura, the second one.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that
good.
crazy how it all everything's coming back full circle?
Yeah, it's like everybody's coming back through crazy. Like the stand-up's bringing back a lot of people back to what they started in. So I don't think Jim Carrey's coming back. He's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we talked about his artwork too, and Patrick Garrity is awesome. If you get a chance when he's in town, sign his car.
Okay.
Yep, he has everyone sign his car. And Genesis is a local legend. I remember going up after him around the same mic at Austin's, and he's a dirty comic,
Yeah.
but he said I was really nasty. You know. And then,
Genesis followed me in my first mic at the Improv
oh wow,
as I went first because I didn't want to forget my shit.
yeah, he's an awesome dude. And Josh Blue, he's a Colorado comic, and we met in Jacksonville at the Comedy Zone where we saw Big Day Horson.
Yeah.
And he hooked me up with a shirt and some albums, and I interviewed him. Such a great guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He seems really cool. I'm interested to meet him. I'd never heard his stand up until about a week ago, and my mom loves him, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to him. And the dude kills. Like he's so funny.
Yeah.
And I, I I'd love to see him and like Michael Lair back to back from like Kill Tony. You know, like they're both got very unique deliveries. So be an interesting night for sure.
Most definitely. Indeed. We just found out, or I just found out that we had an extra mic from the nOg's Wednesday show. And so we've been using this one for the first episode. Whoops. And like our buddy Sam from Melbourne was interacting with us in the chat, so hopefully he'll hop back in there and talk with us.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I think he followed me the other day. What's his last name?
Castellano.
Yeah, he followed me the other day. Hey, thanks for the follow. Man. That's cool.
Yeah, you should follow him back. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I did. He's a good dude. He needs a postman. Need cool content to laugh at.
Yeah.
And I don't use TikTok. That shit like gave me a seizure. Like I don't understand that app.
Me neither. Bugs my phone all the time. I'm like, leave me alone.
Oh, I got to turn it off. Apple's pretty great for that. I'll be honest. Like they're not great at much other than like their camera, but they are very very good at turning shit off. Like, but TikTok's like just a repost for me on my Instagram. Like I like Instagram. It's an easy function, and it's not full of Facebook. So
Most definitely. Indeed. So I guess I'll start asking you questions that I asked everybody on my podcast, or when I started interviewing comics all over the place with my camera, which I got a new one by the way, and when I was live streaming them like coast to coast.
Sure.
Yep. So with that being said, we have two of them set up. Good stuff.
Okay, cool shit.
What inspired you to perform stand-up comedy?
Uh, it's weird. I mean, I've always liked comedy. Like, so I got a car with Sirius, I guess, when I was like 22. I bought a car with Sirius. And so all I listened to was like Just for Laughs radio back in the day and like Fitzdog radio, Jason Ellis. And everything was just like Comedy Central Radio before it was Comedy Central Radio, Jamie Foxx's channel. I didn't think I could do it because I didn't know how you'd make a career at it. And then my buddy started doing it in Virginia, and a buddy of mine who's in the Panhandle, Andy Redding, and Scott Wharton in Texas right now. Like they were doing it, and I'm like, these are funny people, and we joke. Like I can joke with Andy, and I haven't met Scott yet, but I met him through a friend. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. You know, after going to a bunch of shows, I figured, fuck it, like let's go for it. And I did the first mic at Grumpy's. It was wild. There's like 6 people and a bartender and a bunch of angry crackheads outside, and it went terrible, which it's supposed to. And then I did the improv, and that went really well. And now I'm doing 5 to 6 a week. I mean, it's just something where it's a personal challenge every week, and you can be broke, miserable in an office, or you can be broke and doing something you like doing. So I figured try and make some money at this, and see where it takes me. You know?
Absolutely. And you spoke of performing at Grumpy's and Fat Fish Blue before Genesis. And what was the feeling like when you first performed stand-up comedy?
I've done a lot of public speaking, so like the first times, like listening to it already is awful. I mean, it's like 6 weeks ago. It's freaking terrible because everything is led into like really bad. Like my voice changes really bad. It's really breathy. I noticed like it was like for forgetting to breathe was like the biggest problem I had. Like I would be talking and then like, oh shit, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Like so that's generally not awesome. But it was fun every time. Like if you got a chuckle, it was it was a worthwhile feeling. Like you know what I mean? Like it felt that made you feel good on the ride home, even a chuckle for the first couple. Now it's like if it's not a laugh, like it's like damn, where did I go wrong? But like 6 weeks ago, it was like hell yeah, it's a start. And I swam growing up, so it was always like there's another race. Well, once I found out that I could hit so many mics in a week, it's like oh okay cool. Like if I bomb, that sucks. Like I have to acknowledge that it's terrible. I have to work on whatever I bombed from, but I can look to the next race or the next mic and like. So I just try and fix it on the way over, and like we ride together a lot. So like we riff, and then in the car, I'll come up with 2.5 there, and then try and fix whatever I worked on, and that becomes the focus for the night. And it's fun that way. It's a challenge.
Most definitely. And what are your favorite comedy specials and comedy record albums?
Uh, Comedy specials is probably Out to Lunch by Mark Norman. Um, I listen to that, go into like new rooms and stuff just to get like the feel for like laughs and stuff and like to get comfortable with uncomfortable shit you can't say day to day. Like stuff that you can't say, he says. So it's like, okay, yeah, you can push that line. It's okay, and you just gotta be funny. And so that's probably like a number one for me currently. I used to watch Stephen Lynch a lot, which I know everybody doesn't necessarily love singing comedians, but I like Stephen Lynch. I used to sing with his songs at karaoke. Like I know this dude's material. Like he's funny. Um, so like that any of his stuff, besides no offense, Stephen, but Three Balloons was not. I was there for the record. It wasn't that great, but the rest of his albums are awesome. Like his jokes about Beelzebub and like gay, like Craig Christ. Oh my god, that's like my favorite comedy bit of all time. Like talking about the brother of Christ and like Jesus getting nailed to a tree. Holy crap! Like dude doesn't mess around. Like it's a funny guy. So, but yeah, those are probably two. They're kind of weird and very different from each other. But yeah.
Indeed, and I've seen Mark Norman done some shit like he's been everywhere. So with that, what are your favorite sitcom sketch shows and comedy films?
uh, Happy Madison stuff was always like my favorite, like for comedy films. I sitcoms I wasn't old enough really. Like I watched a lot of cartoons. I still watch a lot of cartoons. Like, but Mad TV was my thing. Like if I was gonna do a sketch show, it was Mad TV was my thing. Like I loved it back in the day. SNL never really hit me as a kid or as an adult, but like Mad TV was there. When it got canceled, it's like damn. Like you always want to get roasted by Mad, you know. And like coming into this, it's like man, I wish Mad was around because now that I want to do this, like it would have been cool to get roasted by Mad. Like so it's fun.
Most definitely. Yeah, my mom and dad always loved Miss Swan.
Uh,
Good stuff.
he looked like a man.
Yep. And let's see here. Uh, what are you? If you can go on tour with any comedian locally and internationally known, which comedians would you go on tour with?
That's hard. Locally, um, right now, if I had to pick two people I'd want to go with locally, and don't take offense, but just career path wise, like we're all younger guys trying to come up and get spots. You're looking into a one man show path, so it's more so guys. Caleb, let me pull up his actual last name, but Billy Swift is one of them for sure. And then Caleb, I always mess up his last name, so I don't want to do that. One sec.
Davis.
Caleb Davis. Yeah, Caleb Davis and Billy Swift. If I could tour with anybody, like it is fun that we get to hang out with them a couple times a week. Like they're really cool people. They're cool with everybody. They're fun to hang out with, and they're always fun. Like they're unnaturally, like they're or unconsciously funny. Like it just happens. So they're really cool people to hang out with. You get better by being around them. So they would be, and then like, and national and international would it's Arch Shafir. Like if I could ever fit his style enough to where I could do shows with him, or Mark, or like Sam or Joe West, like that whole. I don't know why I pack Ari in with those three, but I do. They hang out a lot, and like those four would be my. If I could work with any of them at any point in time for any amount of time, it'd be awesome.
Heck yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I'm on the tail end of my stand-up career, so I didn't take any offense to that. Once
I can't
again,
say I wouldn't mind being on. Like I would love to do anything with Tony Hinchcliffe, but like you gotta win it and kill Tony. Like it's not that fucking hard. Like I'll figure out how to do that sometime. I'll just go throw my name in there.
yep, most definitely. Um, he's good at roasts, and he's written a lot of roast jokes. So if you can get roasted by five comedians, top five dead and or alive, which ones would you like to get roasted by?
Oh, that's hard. Five. He's got to be in there because he's fun. David Lucas, I think, because of his weird lifestyle, or like weird, like he always like says like I do a lot of white people shit, but like he's gonna have funny shit to say about me. Like if he knew who I was, he could rip on me and it'd be funny. I love that. Uh, Jeff Ross, obviously, because he can make anybody's terrible life stories into something funny for them, and like there's some things I personally can't make funny that he would be able to. You said famous people, so that's why I'm going with famous people. Like, I'd probably go with like a Sam Morril because he's a traditional dude in a lot of ways, but he's not in a lot of ways, and I'm not. Like I don't sports like traditional sports I'm not into. He's super into it. Him and Joe West like and they're really cutting whenever they make jokes about people, so I think they'd be really funny. Or no, honestly, living or dead, Patrice O'Neill, can't forget him. Patrice O'Neill at any point in time ripping on anybody, if he's met you for 5 seconds, he's the funniest human being alive. Well, dead, but still, essentially.
And let's see here. If where do you see your comedy journey in the next 5 years?
Do a lot of traveling. If it's self-funded, if it's not, I don't care. Like I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna get out there. Like there's no reason to stay in one place. The world's big and there's the internet and there's lots of mics, there's lots of places, there's everybody's realizing that there's different kinds of comedy for them. So there's got to be a crowd somewhere. I'm gonna go everywhere that I can. Next year I'm gonna apply completely ridiculously to Edinburgh. I'm not gonna get in, but I'm gonna apply and try. I'm gonna try and go hang out at Skankfest this year and see if anybody misses their set while I'm sitting there or something like that. Anything I can do there. Alice Mania, anything I can do in that realm over the next 5 years, working with people that are really impressive would be cool.
Most definitely. And let's see here. Um, what's your favorite joke a comic has ever written?
Craig Christ is up there because it's a song or whatever, but it is a legitimately very funny song, and I like shit that makes fun of religion. It's funny to me, but No Sex in the Champagne Room, another song. It made me laugh as a kid, like a lot of that stuff. It's gonna all be songs. That's the ridiculous part of this. Like I'm not a song person at all, and it's gonna be songs. Um, the gas station scene from Clerks, that whole bit of like fuck, 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 mother, fuck, like that shit's hilarious. Like, and I'm 33. I've been watching that since it came out, and I think it's hilarious.
Indeed. Honest opinion, do you like my song?
Yes, your song's funny as shit. Like, again, songs can like take like weird shit to me. Like if you said it, it wouldn't be funny, but if you sing it, it's like hilarious. But I know a lot of people don't like singing comics. Some of them I do, not all of them. And it's very difficult to be a singing comic because you have to make the rhythm fit and the voice fit, and like yours does for what you're saying. Like Steven's facial expressions and like Jason Mewes is just Jason. Jason Mewes is exudes funny. He is Jack. Like,
Most definitely. And final question is, what experience would you like your audience to take with them after a set is over?
what are they like? I hope they like something. I hope they find some part of it funny. And if they don't, talk to me. I like a lot of comics. Like I'll try and help you find one that you like. Like I'm sorry I didn't make you laugh. Like our whole goal is just to make you laugh. Like it's for me. Don't get me wrong. Like ironically, we were having this conversation. Sigurd and Ari were saying it's for them. Like yeah, it's for me. Like that good feeling is for me. But like I do want to make people laugh. And if I don't, I'd rather help them find someone that will make them laugh than be like, oh, they're a bad crowd. No, they're not. They're just not my crowd. So I'd rather help find the comedy can be for everybody. So it's got to be the right person.
Indeed. And I have all your Instagram handle on there for comedy on Instagram. And is there any final word you'd like to give out to the audience at home?
I got TikTok, the same thing. And other than that, I mean, like I'm in St. Augustine again, like I said, tomorrow 7:30. Come vote, come watch, come laugh at a bunch of really funny people. It's at Jackie Knight's at Pelican Bay. Outside of that, I mean, enjoy comedy.
And I'll be there because my buddy Chris Sanders is performing, and he's half Cambodian, and we're gonna have a conversation in Khmer, so it's really gonna be fun.
For the love of God, I hope he goes up before me and mentions TikTok.
Yeah, oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, but um, that's it. Because like it's already 1 o'clock with 1 minute left, less than a minute left, and so
Woo!
we made it in the nick
Podcast.
of time.
Oh yeah, by the way, first podcast. Woo! I hope I didn't talk over stuff too much.
You're totally fine. I'm glad this was your first podcast. Your first podcast, your first paid show with me. This is awesome. First time in Jacksonville.
Yeah, we did my first showcase too.
Yep, yep.
So we worked together on a lot of firsts, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, dude. Can't wait to see more of Melbourne and wherever our journeys take us
Absolutely.
for this final victory lap. All right, that's it. Have a good night. See you at the next episode of the Trinidad